Yeah, it's amazing that only one difference in strikes, but a lot of difference in pins.
Handegard, who averaged 242.6 last week in the championship round, tries to win his 5th in a row.
Certain making him finish on the other lane.
Looks like Handegard made a nice adjustment during the commercial break, because that ball did not go high on 45. That was flush.
That was just, he might have moved to half a board or board left.
Yep, I think he did. Obviously, you watched the average builder.
Jimmy Certain, who will be swinging the ball more than probably any of our players except for John Handegard.
And he'll play aggressively. That one right, though, cutting through the nose, and leaves himself a Durbin here in the first. 3-6-9-10.
3-6-9-10, right. Let's see how he shoots it, whether he shoots it from the right or the left. See if he watched the average builder a few weeks ago.
Nothing worse than a Durbin to open up a championship round.
He's shooting it from the right. But he switched balls. Trouble.
Needs a little help, and it's 9 out in the first. So for Handegard, both of his opponents have stepped up and opened in the opening frame.
And that definitely will loosen up your swing. He plays it right about over the second arrow. He was trying to get it further right than that, Dan, and he knew he was in trouble here. It just takes the 3-9 straight back and barely hits the 6-pin.
And this has not been Jimmy Certain's favorite pair. After shooting 290 in match play, he promptly walked up and shot 145 on this pair of lanes. Will he be able to dismiss that from memory? Only time will tell, but he comes back and shakes the strike loose on 45.
That's in the back of his mind. He has not dismissed it from memory, I'll guarantee you that.
Professional bowlers are like professional golfers. They can remember every bogey and double bogey on every hole that they've ever played.
Bowlers can remember every tap and every split. So
that's exactly right. Handegard looking to double up in a hurry, and he does. John-Handegard, who won last week, I think is thinking 2 in a row.
It's amazing what that confidence will do. We talked about he couldn't win a game. He couldn't bowl 180. It didn't seem like that. Now suddenly that confidence is there. He's relaxed. He said last week when he got up and needed a strike to beat Les Sykes that he felt no pressure. You know that you're just really into it then. Your concentration is so great that you're not even nervous. You're just thinking about the task at hand. Ooh, the tender touch, as Billy Whaley used to say.
6-pin a little lazy, but got the job done anyway.
17.4. He was at 17 points, right over the second arrow, swinging it a half a board at 45 feet. Boy, he is going straight.
So he's made little or no adjustment on 46.
Except if he makes it with speed, he goes a little firmer. Of course, he's right at, he was at 17.6 and 17.4, so pretty much the same.
Oh, plenty more room here, and Jimmy Certain has basically bowled himself into a corner here in the early stages.
1, 2, 4, 6, 10, and we see Handegard's shot on the left lane, 17.4, the same speed, but he's further left. So we see that the left lane is hooking more. Swinging at a board and a half on that lane, the half a board on the other lane.
It's amazing how close the speeds are between the two lanes. Right now, Jimmy Certain trying to come from behind, and he has dug himself a very deep hole here in game number 2.
Well, that was the adjustment for the 3-6-9-10 5-step delivery. Pushes it out now, ball's right in time, shoulder high backswing, and a little short shotgun follow through. Again, it's not what you would teach your junior bowler, but Jimmy's made it work for him over the years.
Very effectively, earnings in excess of $300,000 throughout his PBA career. And he's the reigning PBA Senior Player of the Year. But right now he finds himself down by almost 50. And guess what? It's not getting any better.
Had the 2-8-10. The 2-pin did him a favor and fell over. Or I don't know if it's a favor or not. The tough split no matter what. And he's just lost on this pair. He's definitely thinking of that 145 game. Swings it out to about the third board and has no chance to make it back.
Plenty of speed, tries to bounce it out, the 10-pin that is, so it's 9 out. Jimmy Certain has 42 through 4 frames. That's not nearly enough as he trails by 58 here in Battle Creek. We'll be back with more of game number 2 after these messages. The Handegard string stopped in the 4th.
With a solid 4-pin that was high all the way. Lost that ball. And it didn't make it back. 2-4-5. John did that a few times last week. He throws the shot on the right lane. When he gets to the left lane, his thumb is shrunk just slightly, and it flies right off his hand, and he loses a little bit sometimes on the left lane.
You mean your thumb shrinks just between shots?
Well, his does. So you need to watch the average builder last week. We just blowing the thumb hole a little bit.
That's what I do.
I know.
Mine doesn't shrink that much, though. Beautiful conversion of the 2-4-5. A confident player is John-Handegard.
And Jimmy Certain is a lost player right now, especially on lane 46. Actually, I think Jimmy ought to just increase the speed a little bit and try and go more direct and not hook the ball so much.
Well, let's see what